Shalom, y'all. Resistance is Spellbreaker here. Today we're going to talk about who are the gang stalkers. So we know where it comes down from, okay? And the depiction on the screen is the root problem, okay? Just to give you an example, just how big our problem is, that's the great state of Indiana. Each one of those dots is one of their lodges. So we can see these people are very well networked and connected with law enforcement. Now, every law enforcement division has a Mason branch. Now, I could sound like a crazy conspiracy loser. A lot of people would accuse me of that. They would say, that's insane. That's not what's going on here. However, when you look on Google and you type in Masonic police badges, you'll find things like that. You'll find things like that. You'll find things like that. And you'll find things like that. And you'll find things like that. And many, 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 many more. Okay, so I think I got my point across there. So we have a connection between law enforcement and Freemasonry, okay? So, I'm going to go into the patrols. Okay, when I was growing up, the patrols there's like a neighborhood watch, you know? Which was like Aunt Betty and a little old lady across the street named Ursel. And they would take turns driving around the neighborhood at wee hours in the morning to make sure the neighbor's dog didn't dig in their flower pots and shit. Well, that's no longer the case. They have something now, it's called Citizens Patrol Program. Okay? So, what the hell am I talking about? Well, citizens will patrol on law enforcement's behalf. Okay? Basically mobile snitches. Okay? Now, they claim that that's all they're doing. But that's not really what they're doing. These are your gang stalkers, okay? Now, a lot of these patrol people, you know, they do exist, that they are just, you know, dorky, snitch-ass people. But on the more sinister side of it, what basically takes place, this happens, okay? So someone's arrested. And then this is where the lie is told. So they already have somebody that they want to target. So they find a homeless crackhead, they catch him with his crack rock, they put the cuffs on him, and they say, hey, look, bud, got an ultimatum for you. Either you can go to prison and be charged with all this, or you can go home, and not only that, we're going to give you an apartment, we're going to give you a really shitty 1995 Ford Explorer, or at least that's what they were giving my gang stalkers. And you're going to have all kinds of devices. You're going to follow people around for us. And not only that, what they do is they make sure that the person doesn't know the TI, because that would ruin all their plans. So they ask him, do you know this person? No, I don't know the person. Okay. So then they give him a fake story about you, the TI. Usually has something to do with pedophilia. The guy's a chimo. We didn't have enough evidence to take him to court, so he got off. So now we want him to get out of here. Or the guy tortures puppies to death, but he got off from the charges. So we want him to get out of town. We got to run him out of town, blase, blase, blase. They give him some story to dehumanize the targeted individual. Your gang stalkers do not know anything about you other than your first name, okay? Usually. And so this person, in their mind, they are, you know, I can't say in my younger days that, you know, if I would have believed what was going on and I didn't know the things that I know, it would almost be like, well, yeah, I want to, you know, if you're homeless, you want to live inside of a house. Yeah, I want to have a car. Yeah, you're going to pay me $100 gift card every day, and all I got to do is follow someone around for 8 hours a day. I don't have to work. I mean, it's a good deal for them. You know what I mean? And they're justified because you're like the scumbag. Whatever the hell that the law enforcement has told this person about you is all they have to go off of you. So in their brain, they're the good guy. Okay, obviously, we know in reality none of us target individuals are guilty of any of these things. And in fact, it's the Freemasons and the law enforcement who are the ones who are guilty of these things. So they're on the wrong side of the fence, but in their brains, they're on the right side of the fence. So that's what happens to the targeted individual. Or I'm sorry, that's what happens to the gang stalker as to who he is, why he has no empathy for you, and why, and that also explains another thing, okay? This is how you're looking at these crackheads, and they seem to have GPS devices, they seem to have microphones, they seem to have radio frequency weapons that they can beam at you. They seem to, be able to tap your phones. I mean, these aren't things that normal people know how to do. Who does know how to do these things? Law enforcement. So again, the connection with law enforcement's there. The law enforcement officer, when you're being gang stalked, and there's several people gang stalking you, because some days there were many, some days there were only one or two. So the police officer is the head, okay? So they're following him. He's basically their handler and their leader. So this gang stalker, he has his car, he has his apartment, he has a wonderful, nice group of friends that they can barbecue and do all kinds of nice stuff with. Now, when they get their target to go to a mental institution, they get a bonus. Now, if they can get that target to commit suicide, they really get a bonus. I heard that it was $5,000 for each stalker, okay? So in their brains, they are, they're like freaking superheroes. They get all kinds of gadgets, and they get to, chase the bad guys around. They get cars, and they get a new group of friends, and they get all these things, and they don't understand this is Satan's world in tune with his way. And really, what has happened is Satan's got himself another little minion to do his evil. And, the time's coming. We're in the time period of we need to really start considering, life and death, who we are, what we are. Are the things that we did in the past, are they righteous or are they unrighteous? Now, I promise you, this is what Satan thinks of you, gang stalker. You've been tricked, okay? Make sure you get a nice picture of that. Gang stalker, I know you're watching. I know there's gang stalkers that are watching this channel. You need to contact me. I want to know what goes on the other side of the fence. I'm not going to tell anyone who you are. I don't want to know who you are, okay? If you have ever been involved in gang stalking someone, if you were ever involved in the Citizens Patrol program, I want to hear your story. I want to know what happened. I want to know the ultimatums you were given. I want to know how you became a gang stalker. I need to know, okay? You need to turn right now, and you need to help these people, okay? These people are committing suicide every day because of scumbags like yourself, okay? And we want answers, okay? You could save someone's life, okay? Please contact me, resistancespellbreaker@gmail.com. I pray that some gang stalker contacts me and probably saves his own self. Hallelujah.